We had a great time with the kids at the Owl Cafe. Here's how it went. Real quick, don't forget to subscribe for more videos on money, minimalism, travel, this kind of stuff. Following our family around this travel journey, please hit the subscribe button. We publish a new video every Friday. So a dog could cost you a couple $1,000s in Japan. Cats can actually be just as expensive. And I've heard pets are so expensive because you're less likely to abandon them. So if you spend a lot of money on one, you're probably not going to want to get rid of it, so they don't have a whole lot of abandoned or stray pets around here. But if you can't afford a pet, or if you just don't want to spend that much money, that's okay, because they have cafes for everything, including dog cafes, cat cafes, bunny cafes, and yes, even owl cafes. For about 2,000 yen or 20 bucks a person, you get an hour with these owls. It's called the Owl Cafe Fukurou, if I'm pronouncing that anywhere close to right. It's a family of about 40 owls. It's one of the largest owl cafes in Japan. I think most of the owl cafes I know of are, in fact, in Japan, but I'm sure they have them in other countries. They have all their names listed for each one, and before you get started, whenever they explain how to pet them and how lightly you have to handle them, they give you an overview of the nature of each one of the owls. But this one's run by a married couple who love owls, and they just love them so much that they have this cafe. One of the owls is actually afraid of children, so whenever our youngest looked it in the eyes, it started freaking out, so they told us, tell him not to look at this one. But then of course that made him want to look at that one even more, and we had to kind of keep him away from each other. But anyways, this place is ranked number 1 on TripAdvisor, and a few other places it's ranked number 1. The space is pretty limited, so you do have to reserve it ahead of time. We happen to get lucky enough to just walk in and get a slot, but most of the time they don't have slots just available for walk-in, so you do need to make the reservation. But anyways, you'd have to be very careful petting them. The main way is just to pet them with one finger. There's very, very light music playing in here, and you have to be extremely quiet. But the cool part is that they do ask you if you want to hold the owls. And you can pick your owl and they'll let you know, especially for the kids. Maybe this one is or isn't a good one for the kids. They usually want smaller ones, but the kids can still hold the bigger ones. My kid got to pick his own owl to hold. He was super excited about that. And they explain to you how to do it, and they give you a little leash. I know there's a lot of questions with ethics behind this, and just kind of like zoos and stuff like that in general. Is it okay that they have the owls in here? And talking to the owners about that, they spoke pretty good English. They love owls, and according to them, the owls have a really good life, and most of the time owls just like to chill, so that's what they're doing most of the time. If they do seem to be spending too much time with people and they need some time away, they will give them a break. Scratching?
Yeah, scratching.
It tickles.
Tickles you?
Yeah. Snowman was the owl that I held. We each had our own, and it will tell you about the owl. Some of these owls are a lot more friendly than others. But plenty of them are really good with kids. So they are used to kids, and they work well with them. But anyways, as far as the ethics and everything goes, the owners who know a lot about owls tell us that these owls are very happy from their nature. I don't know, I'm sure plenty of people would argue against that. There's always going to be people on both sides of stuff like this. You can see him snuggling with the owl there. This is a very friendly one. Overall, we had a great time. I highly recommend it. I highly recommend all of the animal cafes in Japan in general. There's plenty in Tokyo, but there's a lot outside of Tokyo as well. So let me know in the comments if you want to go to one, if you've been to one. I'd be curious to hear what you guys have to say about these owl cafes. If you want to discuss the ethics and all the stuff that gets into the weeds on it, that's fine as well. Please be polite. And again, please don't forget to subscribe for more videos like this, our journey around Japan, our journey around the world, and the money and the minimalism videos. That's all for today. I will see you next week.